Hello to everyone out there. This is Tony Martin with a very exciting update for Noah VR. We had an incredible couple of meetings this week. It actually started on Tuesday, very little Tuesday, mainly the bulk of it on Wednesday and a little more on Thursday. We got a group of Christian real estate individuals that agreed to invest $50,000, maybe as much as $150,000. They're liquidating assets up in Washington State, and I'm still down in Las Vegas though. They were down here, flew down here, and so it may be as much as $150,000 they're putting in. If you got a copy of the prospectus, and if you haven't, just email me and I'll send it out. And I am still blitzed and way behind on emails, and I'm asking people, please don't give up and kill me. By this weekend or into Monday, I'm praying to God I will have it all caught back up. We had these meetings. These people had very complicated questions. They wanted a lot of it in writing. So we're hopeful, though. We got to a verbal agreement. Contracts will go out this week, and then usually contracts, they have to have their people look at it, take a couple of weeks at least. And then they're going to close. They're closing on some properties again that they're liquidating, so that could take another couple of weeks. We're looking at about a month to at the most 6 weeks to having this money in our hands. So anyway, if anyone, we're getting closer. If you've seen the prospectus, you know that's not the full end run yet. I still will be meeting, by God's grace, while I'm down here, trying to complete a meeting with Hobby Lobby president. So please, I'm Stephen Green is his name. His father is the CEO, and apparently they're tied in and go to, while they're in Las Vegas during the winter, Central Christian Church here in Las Vegas. So we're supposed to be having those meetings ideally before I leave here in the next 2 to 3 weeks and go north. So please pray for that, because they could bring in everything we need. But nevertheless, we happen to know Dallas Jenkins, he of The Chosen, and Dallas has guided us at different times. He's been kind enough to answer every text I send him or every message I send him on Messenger. And he just kept telling us, Tony, don't give up. Whatever you do, you guys are doing something anointed of the Lord. It desperately needs to be out there. Christian video games, no kidding, forever, and especially in this era. And he said, I was ready to give up till they did that one last fundraiser, and they raised $12 million, and that kicked off the whole Chosen series. So by God's grace, we got a verbal agreement from Central Christian that no matter what happens with Hobby Lobby, they will come in on a fundraiser. They believe, from their words, I'm just going by they know their church better than I do, they believe that a fundraiser just around their church could raise $1 million or more. So we wanted to get 90 more days of upgrades of equipment. This money will help us upgrade equipment, get more scenes out there, get another developer on there with Justin, and so somewhere about mid-June, early June to mid-June, we would kick off this fundraiser. And with the support of Central Christian and Dr. Morris in Texas and some people he's helped plug us into from KCBI, we're hoping also KLTY, Christian Radio out of Dallas. KLTY is enormous. KCBI is not small. They're definitely a terrific Christian radio station. So right now, we definitely have about 4 to 6 weeks. If you want to get in, now is a terrific time. This is going to happen by God's grace. I'm telling you, so help me God, this is going to be better than any crypto, unless just like XRP or something just goes off. This will end up making you more when we get it launched, ideally this Christmas of 2022, this coming Christmas at the latest. We want to punt back to resurrection season next year. So just a little over a year. It's got to be, in my opinion, particularly around a holy day, particularly the resurrection season. But if we can catch it on right after Thanksgiving and run all of December, we're going to get quite a development. Even at 500,000 downloads, as I mentioned, we are making $22 million profit. I talked to him already. I'll be meeting face to face with a gentleman who heads a truck driving company. Brandon, if you're out there, I'm hoping to meet with you and Vance face to face within the next 3 to 4 weeks. And I talked with this gentleman, and he heads a trucking company. And he was blown away at the profit potential because he's worked all of his life and knows friends. He knows friends that own car dealerships that had to work years before they saw millions of dollars profit. Not with this. The overhead is, there's hardly anything that goes into the overhead. You have the development of the game and advertising. And we don't have to develop a disc or hand out a unit or anything like that. That's all just, it's all downloadable directly to place to the Steam, which is first, and to the Oculus 2 Quest, immediately available on both of those units. Again, only 500,000 downloads. They take their cut. That's removing their cut, okay, because it's really up around $29-30 million. We see 22 million profit. They take the rest of that as a hosting platform. So we're looking at incredible numbers. With iHeartRadio, if people again want the business perspectives, please email me. I'll send it out. With iHeartRadio, we're going to be reaching anywhere from 50 to 100 million Christians, both in digital and radio. Digital will have the video. iHeart is unbelievable. They're number one in America for this. And they will get it out there. It's hard to imagine 100 million Christians hearing this ad. It'll run for 6 weeks, 7 days a week for 6 weeks. And that we won't get at least 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. Look, Subnautica got almost 5 million downloads just on Steam alone. And this has the faith factor behind it, as well as it's going to be an incredibly fun ride, incredibly challenging, incredibly fun, but it's going to be biblical, it's going to be creation-based, it's going to have your dinosaurs, it's going to have your Nephilim, it's going to have the sons of Noah being heroes. Father Noah tells his 3 sons, go to great-grandfather Methuselah, and he gives them a mission right before he dies. And then 7 days, you have literally, there'll be a time marker up there, so that adds tension to the game. That was Rob Skiba's idea. It was a great idea on that one, Rob. God bless you, my brother. To put a time factor in there, and they've got 7 days to complete this quest. And so the 3 brothers are given this quest. Methuselah passes away, and you've got 1 week to get back to the ark. And they're going to sit on the ark for a week, but it's going to conclude with the most epic video you've ever seen when you finally get through all 3 stages that you have ever seen for Christians on any magnitude. And there'll be a witness to Christ on your menu bar as the Messiah, Emmanuel, God with us, the Savior of humanity. Because we, again, as I've shared on other videos, I'm going to put 2 new videos down below that we just recently did, including the comparison video with the Climb 2, which was just recently released in the last few weeks, and Noah VR, and to show you what our guys do on peanuts compared to these other programs that have 1 million, 2 million, 25 million, as I showed you on one of the videos. Some of them have up to $400 million behind them. It's not a joke, but most have around, 10 to 25, $30 million. Wait till you see ours, compare what our guys can do, especially Justin Elms, God bless him, our lead developer, can do compared to those. So please, if you would, jump in. You're going to be the ones helping us manage this going forward. And then we will, we want this to bless you back. When we have the fundraiser coming up in June, this will not be open anymore. This will be closed. When we have the fundraiser, you can no longer invest for the 10% for profits or get your own strict percentage. Recently, a gentleman out of Wisconsin, Steve, howdy to Steve. I apologize for not getting back to you. We had so much happen this week. I had to be on top of it and present and everything. So I'm going to get back to you, Steve. He wants to look at getting in a distinct percentage. Same thing for any of you. You can get in for the 10% for profits or a distinct percentage while we have that available. That should be available for just a few more weeks. So by God's grace, get in on that while you can. You don't know how much you help us. You help us get Justin travel to where we've got to have these meetings. We would like to be able, now he's had to go back, but we would like to be able to get him back for the Hobby Lobby meetings. But these meetings were critical, and we cannot thank you enough. So please, thank you. I want to just say that the two most recent videos are just down below. So if you have any more questions, please look at those if you can. And I will get everything I can back to you. But we're very excited because this was a victory, no doubt. And we would still like to possibly conclude it while I'm down here in Las Vegas, 2 to 3 more weeks. So it's not very long. And we're going to be getting everything we need, and then I'm going to meet with this gentleman who's the head of the trucking company. So as you can imagine, he's very conservative. He's from a conservative viewpoint, a Christian conservative viewpoint, and we kind of look at the world in the end times very similar. So please pray that these things go well, and God be over this entire thing. Continued prayers. I have someone new, please, that was mauled by a dog recently. Her name is Andrea. Please pray for her. My sister is fighting a lymphoma type of cancer, and my niece, her daughter, is fighting a very aggressive form of throat and mouth cancer. And we just, please pray for her, if you will. They're trying to fight it naturally and not go for the chemo. We truly appreciate prayers there. And I just thank everyone else for those kind prayers. To my dear brother Anthony in Australia, he's going to be interviewing me soon, hopefully. I'm sorry, brother. We had a very busy week. I'm going to get back to you. And I can't wait to do his channel, his YouTube channel out of Australia. And he's right there in Melbourne. And they are just precious. Him and his wife and their new son, who they named Noah. And, it didn't have necessarily, he thought of that for a long time before this even came about with us connected with the game. But that means the world to me that their son's named Noah. So anyway, it's really cool. We love you, Anthony. Love everyone out there just everyone out there. I just want to say thank you so very much. And we're going to be coming again. Check the videos down below. Get in on this while you can, because it will close up in the coming weeks or months. It may stay open. I've thought of it even after we get it, that we could leave it open for people who want to get in, past that point. But probably June, middle of June, that will be it. When we do the fundraiser, only you guys can get in on this now. So thank you so very much, Mom Valerie. I want to say that Suzanne and her mother Zenaid, and King Richard in England, who has been such a help, Matthias in Austria, and so many others. Please forgive me. Our dear ones in Georgia, Florida, Texas, California, Christian and his wife Brooke, our attorneys, they work for free. God bless them, for pro bono. He's one of the best friends I ever had in my life. And I just ask blessing over all of you and so many others. I'm so sorry if I didn't mention everybody, down there, but you guys mean the world to me. Tom in Georgia and Vladimir in Florida and so many others. Love you guys. Please lift those people up in prayers, though, if you could. And I will just talk to you all very, very soon. God keep you. Exciting days ahead. In the midst of this tribulation and everything happening, by God's grace, we're going to be a Christian answer, and a Christian tech company's coming, guys. And we're going to punch them out in a very spiritual, loving way. And God be with every one of you and take care of all of you. And I can't wait to give another update. Hopefully they'll be coming much sooner now that we've concluded these meetings this week. Thank you all very much. God bless and keep you in Jesus' name.